Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 22, Week 2, Round 3. Another week and another finals match. This time my opponent's name is Sunyaga or Sunyage. I apologize, I'm not sure which one. Maybe it's Sunyag A. Either way, let's look at the matchup. So a quick look at the overview of the hotbot, and I have the majority of the green on my side, but there are some areas of red on my opponent's side, so let's take a closer look. Checking out the stats, and my opponent does have 656,000 lifetime banners, so not terrible. He's got 1324 offensive wins and 621 defends. That's a 46.9% ratio. Yet another opponent this season that has a ridiculously high defensive ratio, and couple that along with the fact he only has 29 lifetime clears, and I'm expecting a really tough defense. When we compare our rosters, my opponent has a slight advantage on total GP, whereas I have a slight advantage on top 80 and top 65 GP. My opponent has 2 more Zetas than I do, but I have a huge advantage in speed. And along with that, I also have a significant advantage in Gear 13's 59 to 40. Whereas he has a few more Gear 12s than I do. And when we compare our mods, my advantage continues. I've got over 100 more 6-dot mods than he does. I have way more mods with high speed secondaries, and almost double the amount of mods with high offense secondaries. Even relics, I have the advantage, 204 to 189 in total relic levels. The only area that my opponent has more is on tier 7 relic characters. And when we check the meta character report, my opponent does have a Galactic Legend. He has SLKR, I have JML, but he doesn't have Cat, so that might be a bit of an advantage for me. And finally, looking at ships, we are all even. Both of us have Negotiator Malevolence, but no Executor. So, how is it that we got matched up if I have so many advantages? Let's take a look at his roster. He is running his SLKR in the arena. And I think part of it is just the amount of characters he has at Relic 7. We've got Darth Revan, we've got Jedi Knight Revan, Vader, Malak, Padme, Basilisk Fallen. None of those are required for his GL. So he not only has his crew and his Kylo and his Palpatine that are required, but he's got all of those, oh, and General Kenobi, that he's chosen to take to Relic 7, even though they're not requirements for a GL, which is definitely inflating his matchup GP. Nothing else here stands out to me. He's got all the requisite teams. Some of them are a little more geared, some are a little less geared, but there wasn't anything that stood out to me as being odd or unusual. So once again, I'm up in the middle of the night doing my attacks. It will be a long and rough day at work tomorrow, but this is when I have the time to do it. So we will get them done. Luckily for me, my opponent has already gone, so we can see what I need to do to get the win. Let me show you the board and show you what he's been able to clear. Checking his online history, it showed that he put a lot on defense, but he saves his SLKR for offense typically, so I tried to trap him in the back. Down here in the bottom front, I put my Grievous along with Bam and Jedi Training Rey, hoping to get his SLKR on to Grievous. He likes to do that solo. And then I hid in the back my Jedi Master Luke, thinking he'd get back here and get stuck. Well, it turned out he got stuck up front. He didn't even attempt Jedi Training Rey, and that is because he went through the top first, and he ended up spending 3 teams to get through crew, and because he goes so heavy on defense, he just didn't have the teams to keep going, I don't think. I think he's done. In the back for ships, I ended up putting my Negotiator down along with my Empire, and hopefully that wasn't a mistake. We'll see what he has in the back, but typically he saves his own Negotiator and Malevolence, both for offense. So I felt comfortable setting my Negotiator here to try and at least steal some banners, and I think it did. So what is waiting for me on the defensive side? Well, both his Revans, Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan, along with his Grievous team. And then down here on the bottom, we've got a Padme squad, a crew team, and gas. He has put all the greatest hits here on defense, and I hope I can get through all of it. So as always is the case, we will go through the bottom first and try and open up the back, see what's back there, reassess our situation, and then go from there. Now, unfortunately, 2 of the teams he has up front here on the bottom are teams I want to use CLS on. I'd like to use CLS on Padme and on Gas, but I only have 1 CLS team. So I'm going to attempt to use Traya with Thrawn to take down that Padme. I'm a little worried because his General Kenobi and Padme are both Relic 7, but my Thrawn is faster than the whole team, which should make this counter work, even though I am highly out-relicked. We'll see if I can get it done. If I have to, I have my own Padme squad that I can use on either of these teams, but I'm hesitant to use it right off the bat because I'm trying to put Dooku with it for the feat. Hate those feats, but I want to get it done. It's 100 extra banners. So yes, maybe I'm making a bad choice because of feats. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Let's see what I can do. So we will get Traya out of here with our Thrawn, and Thrawn should go first. We'll hand the turn meter to Traya and isolate Padme, and it should be all good from there. At least in theory. So, giving this to Traya. No! That is so frustrating. This exact same thing happened to me last battle, and I was extra careful to make sure I touched Traya here, and it didn't work. It didn't. Yeah, so now this is likely a loss. Oh, that is so freaking frustrating. Let me see if I can get anybody out, but without Thrawn here, I'm basically forced to, yeah, golly, fat fingering for the loss. Seriously, that sucks. Let me see if I can just buy enough time to get an Annihilate off with Nihilus. So frustrating. If you hear some silence here, it's likely me editing out curse words. Got 4 cooldowns, so I should have the Annihilate coming up here. And at this point, I think I'm going to Annihilate Padme, just so that when I have to come and clean up, oh my god. I was gonna say when I have to clean up, I won't have to face the whole team, but apparently I do. So let's exit out of here. We have lost this so badly. That one misclick was the difference, and so freaking frustrating. So let's take CLS in here to clean it up. Oh, goodness gracious. So upsetting. Let's stun Anakin. And at this point, we will just be going against... We'll just be going after GK the whole time, and we'll let our AoEs do the work on everybody else. Let's get rid of all the buffs. Let's take a... Next chance we get, we'll take a pot shot at Anakin. In the meantime, we will just keep on hitting GK. Let's see if we can still get stuck behind GK. This has not been as clean as I would hope it to be either so far. Let's keep hitting him until we can get a big hit. Unfortunately, I keep countering, which is feeding him protection. So, we are 2 minutes in almost, and we've got no one down yet. My team is still up and running fine, but I am unable to get the final blow here, or even get a chance at Padme or Anakin, because I keep countering. I'm not sure why they are getting so many attacks off. Let's see if we can get a stun there. And big hit. Not big enough. There we go. Okay. Well, now I can do all those hits over on Anakin until... again, all the assists aren't going to help, but I should be able to work my way through it eventually here. And a little buff immunity maybe? Nope, didn't get it. Maybe from the AoE? Almost, so close. There we go. Well, having Shock T in there always makes this a little more difficult, I find. Just extra healing, extra turn meter, etc. But eventually, I knew we would get through it. And we should get, well, it would have been a 60. We'll get a 40. But man, I'm still really upset about that Traya blunder. So upsetting. At this point, we are healing her more than we are helping. There we go. Alright, well, let's jump into this crew squad, and I've got my Jedi Knight Revan for that. Now I'm wishing I had my Jedi Master Luke, because he's just sitting in the back there doing nothing. And yeah, bummer. Let's go ahead and mark Sith Trooper. I want to get rid of him as quickly as possible. I don't like the assists and all the extra AoE and whatnot that he's going to bring to the table. So as soon as I can get him out, I will. And there we go. Then I will work on Hux next. And let's stun crew so we can get back at Hux. And if I can, I'll leave crew to the very end, since I feel like everybody else is more of a threat than he is. And there goes Kylo stealing banners. Not nice. Let's spread some buffs and get a taunt up, and let's stun Kylo and get rid of his counterattacking ability. There we go. Now it's just going to take some time. Him being Relic 7 and me putting debuffs on him. If nothing else, maybe it gives me enough time to get back some protection. We'll call Basila in here to get her some protection. We gotta call Jolie at some point to get him some. Let's call everybody some. Get rid of his advantage. I think everybody's fairly healthy. It's hard to tell with the protection versus bonus protection, but I think we just need to take him down now. We're gonna continued looking for the big hit from Yoda. That actually healed him up, that mass assist. Maybe we gotta stop doing that. We're back to the yellow. And there we go. Alright, so now what I'm really worried about is I think my Padme can beat this gas team. But I also have my Night Sisters to deal with Grievous. And I'm not sure if they can get through that Grievous. So we're going to try that first. Ultimately, if my Night Sisters fail here, I'm going to have to choose, do I want to clear the top or the bottom? Because I'm not sure anybody other than my Padme is going to be able to get through either gas or Grievous. I guess it just depends on how well my Night Sisters do. If they can get through some of the team, then maybe I can clean up Grievous through some other teams and work them down. But yeah, losing that Traya squad and having to use my CLS there instead of gas, really setting me back. So we're just going to basic here and kind of hope that things go well and that Daka doesn't get targeted too early. Only 2 plagues up. Get rid of the taunt so we can go after him too. Let's everybody get in here. So we got the stun on B2, that was nice. And there's Spirit once. And let's save the Dispel, just in case we need it for something. Like this taunt, maybe? Okay, we're gonna start losing people. And we are gonna need to start resin. Oh, come on. Leave Doc alone. Leave Doc alone. Leave Doc alone. Ooh, that was close. Oh, but I got 1 back? That is rough. Holy moly. Well, let's try and bring them all back. Okay. Woo. Wow. Let's see if we can get a stun on Droidica. He's the one who is not playing nice with Daka there recently. We can assist from the grave. That's fine. So far, a whole lot of time has gone by, and what, we got B2 out, or B1 out. Oh, this has been more thrilling than usual for Night Sisters versus Grievous, and it's still not over. Wow. Okay. Okay. We are stuck hitting them, and we have the damage immunity at the moment, so we can't do anything about it. We gotta wait. There we go. Can we get a stun on Grievous? Well, we got Plague. I don't know if he can be stunned right now anyway, but we're gonna assist from the grave for the time being. And then we'll take the hit and res them all back. And we didn't get them all. Can we stun them? Let's stun. How about now? So we got them all. Maybe a stun here? Well, there's got to be a lot of tenacity on this Grievous. There we go. Okay, we're gonna do it. That was, woo, that was crazy. But 55. All right, going back to the bottom. Unfortunately, I do not trust getting through this gas, even with my full Padme squad and Dooku to get this feat. I'm just gonna have to say forget the feat, which really sucks because I could have said forget the feat from the beginning and not even taken Traya. But I feel way more comfortable doing this with Padme having Cat on the team too. So that's what I'm gonna do, and there goes 100 banners. No top 10 for me this time. So we'll put that on Ahsoka, and gas is only relic 2. So I'm hopeful that we can get him to sit down relatively quickly. Let's pile on and get him to sit down. And maybe I could have done this without having Cat on the squad, but just having all of that extra stats and the eventual insta-kill when it finally does come around is just huge, I think. There it is. By gas. Didn't even have to make him sit down, we just get to kill him. See if we can get back some protection. So now the moment of truth. What does he have in the back? If he has something really good, I may not be able to clear it. Let's see. Okay, I think I should be able to get through these, but we are definitely going to go through the top first. So let's head back up there and take out those Revens. So we will start with Darth Revan, and I'm just mirroring it. I use Marauder, he has Set, but is this the smartest move? Would it be smarter to use my gas against his Darth Revan and my Darth Revan against his Jedi Knight Revan? I'm not sure. I am faster than his Darth Revan. Usually in the mirror, whoever's faster wins. So I think, yeah, I think we're just gonna go with it. And I hope that wasn't a bad choice. So I've got to hit Set, and that only fears Darth Revan, but my Bastila is the next fastest, and now I get to clear that taunt, and I'll get to go ahead and get stuck right behind the taunt. Let's go ahead and fry them up, and hopefully this will be enough. Oh, he doesn't have a shock on him. What the heck? That is unfortunate. So this could go poorly here. Suddenly, really poorly. That will kill Darth Revan, so if we have to clean it up, we should be able to. And now it is a matter of, do we all live, or does Malik take somebody out? And we all live. And that leaves us Jedi Knight Revan, and we'll bring in gas. Part of me wants to leave a clone behind. I guess that would be Echo. But do I need to? I don't need to. I can. I think I can afford to. Again, hopefully this is not a decision that bites me in the behind. But we get to get our tenacity up, and we will go right after Revan and get him to exhaust his savior. And now we can just go after them one by one. Let's do that to get... Thank you very much. You may go for the clones all you want. Very nice for them to mark our trooper like that. And there goes Yoda. Jolie will waste a turn trying to res him. There it was. And it does look like they're going to get Gas to sit down once. So that's a bummer. Let's hope we can get away without losing anybody. It doesn't look good. Maybe. At this point, I'm going to taunt just to keep my clones alive. There we go. And all we're left with Jolie. As always, we will lose a little banners, but not bad. Alright, let's see their fleets and what I'm up against. So we got a finalizer that's only 5 stars, and then Thrawn Empire. So I'm going to go ahead and go against the Empire first. I'm going to take my Malevolence. I've seen this go bad before, I don't think I've ever experienced it. I think maybe I've had one that came close. So do I want to bring a reinforcement just in case? I don't think I do. If I have to come and clean it up with something, I will. But I think I just want to take these guys. The key really is just getting that bomber down as fast as I possibly can. So hopefully we live long enough to do that. We'll get the buzz droids up, and we will cleanse off that one. Knowing that we weren't going to get rid of the target lock, but we could get rid of the buff immunity. So there comes the burning, but there goes the bomber. So now it's just a matter of getting Spy out here to blow up Vader. And just the TIE pilot left. Or not. So he's got the shuttle out too. That's okay. Ah, TIE pilot dodging. Always frustrating to play against. But thankfully I'm not going to need more reinforcements than I already had. In fact, I'm probably not even going to bring them out. Let's do that and win. And this finalizer, I gotta be careful. He's only a 5-star finalizer, but all of his ships are high relic. So I'm going with my rebels, and occasionally this doesn't work well. So I'll bring an extra just in case. And hopefully I can get there quick. Because this finalizer is 5 stars, I don't think it's fast enough to put hunted on my Falcon. Oh, I guess it is. Alright. So that sucked. And I can't cleanse it off. But we can try and get down crew as quickly as possible. It just means the Falcon doesn't... the Falcon's not going to assist, which is huge. So now we need to get our train in here of people to potentially help. Come on. Survive one more turn? No. Wow. So, failure with the rebels. Bummer. So, I'm gonna bring in the Radis, I guess. The only problem is I don't have the Houndstooth. I put the Houndstooth with my Negotiator because I was sure that it wasn't gonna be a problem. So I guess, you know what, let's do a mirror match, and it won't be pretty because mine are not nearly as good as his. So why would I do that? Don't do that. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. The plan here is to take like 3 or 4 tries to get this thing down. And frustrating that I got so unlucky in them getting hunted off on the Falcon. At this point, I just need to take him out, but he's got foresight, so there's really nothing I can do. So let's get rid of the foresight, and then hopefully I can hit him finally, because that's who is just wrecking me at this point. Let's do that. Get buff immunity up on him, and finally go through. Okay, so I can win. I can beat this team now even if I don't beat him with the Radis. But I'd like to beat him with the Radis so I don't have to bring in, you know, Mace and the Bounty Hunters. That's looking like what's gonna happen here. Wow, these are some pretty pitiful reinforcements. And this is why I don't often put Negotiator or Malevolence on defense. I know they're such a crutch, but I hate losing ships. Hey, alright. Well, now he's left with some Bounty Hunter reinforcements. And I'm left with some non-resistance reinforcements too. But I almost have my ultimate. And then at least, if I have to clean it up with something else, it won't be a problem. Alright, I think I got this. I think I got this. There will be no ultimate though. I think I'm going to kill him too soon. Oh, maybe there will be, because here comes another. Interesting that the First Order ship didn't get prioritized over the bounty hunters. Lucky dodge, but not lucky anymore. This is going to be like the worst banners ever for a ship battle. Okay. So we got the full turn meter there, but they still might be able to win if they take out my Evanhawk. There we go. Alright. Wow. What is that? 27. Holy moly. Alright. That was such a disaster. Let's go to the back and see if we can get this full clear. My goodness. Alright, the only one of these battles that I'm at all worried about is the Geos, because I'm going to take bounty hunters in with me, and my speeds are better than his, so this should work out perfectly, but you never know. So we will get our frenzy, and we will do our mass assist. We're about to get rid of GBA, so we'll take my brother Boba Fett's advice and go after Poggle instead. And let's get some other ability blocks up as well, and maybe a stun over here and a stun over here. And we're all stunned, and let's get rid of GBA. Now we just have to worry about Spy. We're gonna keep banging on Poggle, trying to keep it so he can't cleanse everybody. Let's just get him out of there. And then we'll shift over to Soldier. I think we can basic there. So everything's going splendidly. We just need to survive Spy's hit here that he's gonna take. Unless we can get a stun. Nope. Oh. So we went against Boba. I don't think I can get Boba's protection back. So he stole a banner, but that's it. And for Karth, we will take what I always take, and that's Mon Mothma. This time my Cara Dune is with Bam, so we're back to all the rebels / rebel fighters to do the job. Not as fun, but just as effective. There went Canderous already in our initial volley. I do need to get Mon Mothma a little more speed so that she can summon her friend here earlier. Just makes it easier if I get that out earlier to be able to dispel Zalbar. Let's get rid of Karth. And now we're back behind a taunt. Heal up a little bit. There we go, mission should be gone. Bang on Zalbar for a bit. It would be nice to get one more big heal off to try and get protection back on things, but not gonna happen. I gotta say, I do prefer Cara there instead of Baze, but can't be in two places at once, I guess. Alright, Talzin, meet Vader Watt. And do I want to even bring Gideon? I don't think I need to. I think Vader's just gonna smack them down. We'll put the weapon stack on Vader from Watt, and he will destroy them all one by one. And I guess we'll put this one on Palpatine. So we'll Force Crush and Merciless, and we'll get rid of Acolyte first, so she can't ever go in stealth. And let's put a hit on Zombie and a hit on Asajj. She's the one who is Relic, so she's not going to go down as easily. But maybe I can here. No. Oh, good with the dots. Now we got the stun. And there we go. So we did it, but it was not pretty, and the score is horrible. 24-22 is my final, but that does beat his 1769. I do not think he's going to come back and take out my Jedi training Rey. And if he can, he's certainly not getting through my Galactic Legend Luke in the back. So definitely a win. Still really frustrated with my Traya battle and my fat fingers. And super embarrassed about the ships. That was terrible. That definitely showed how inept I am at ship battles. So hopefully you all enjoyed my pain there. In any event, I want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you again in next round.